We're here with another interview, and I get my buddy Bill Russell to be a part of this. We're going to interview Chip Scholz. Chip, I have heard about Chip for years. So, Chip, it is finally an honor and a privilege to be able to talk with you, my friend.
Well, it's great to talk to you as well. I've heard a lot about you as well.
Only believe half of it.
Which half?
I'll let you be the judge.
Joe, Chip is not only a business coach, he was our chair in 2003. He's being recognized tonight.
Somewhere in the last almost century.
He's being recognized tonight with the Hinkle Public Servant Leadership Award, someone who was the board chair in 1999. Chip did so many wonderful things on our chamber board, but one of the things that he's continued to do is facilitate the Leadership Lake Norman retreat and teach those young people some of the leadership dynamics. Chip, tell them a little bit about what you do at the Leadership Lake Norman program and what got you involved in our Chamber of Commerce to begin with.
Well, I'm not sure they're all young people that come through that program, but I do a whole talk on what leadership is. You know, most community leadership programs don't have a heck of a lot about leadership. They display leadership. You go to the cities and the hospitals and that kind of thing. But I want to give them a dose of leadership, and then I want to tell them about themselves up front. And I think that's the most important part is by using assessments, they have an understanding of who they are and how they interact with the world.
So from my vantage point, I meet a lot of coaches. I talk to a lot of them. They all came from this background, right, that gives them this experience. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, it's blind dumb luck that I'm in the coaching business. I got laid off from a company 21 years ago, and that gave me the opportunity. You know, we're rarely the architects of our own change, and I had the opportunity to do something different, and slowly but surely learned about coaching, and I love it now. And it's just it's the best. It really is.
Joe, we were talking about earlier tonight, one of the programs the Chamber runs is our Academy of Political Leadership, training people to run for office, no matter what office they choose, no matter what political party they're affiliated with. Chip Scholz is the reason we instituted that program. Talk about, Chip, why it's important that we give people those tools for their toolbox. What inspired you to encourage us to run that program?
Well, I went through leadership, what was it, Institute of Political Leadership for the state of North Carolina in 2002. And the thing that I really enjoyed about the program is that I really wanted to run for office when I went through it, and I really didn't want to run for office when I came out of it. And so, you know, you learn what you don't know and do know. But listen, we've gotten so polarized over politics in the last several years, and you know, you can't believe the number of Thanksgiving dinners that have been canceled because of the inability for opposing views to be heard. And the big benefit of any political leadership program, and especially the one run by the Chamber and the one run by the state, is that it allows people to have the opportunity to, first of all, meet people from the other side, and then learn how to enjoy each other, you know, how to understand opposing views. And I think that's the biggest benefit of those programs.
You know, you might have semi-answered my question, which is, what advice would you give the young person just getting ready to step into a leadership role? What advice would you give them?
Well, if you're talking political leadership, it's
in any form, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if you're running for a partisan office, you got to play to the base, and that you know, that's tough to do, because then when you come in the general election, it's how do you run back to the center after you've been extreme on either side. But the biggest thing is, I saw it on Facebook today. How do you be kind? And that's
to be kind.
It is in a political sense. It is, because you see so many people going for the throat, and you know, you just got to remember, you and I are people. We put our pants on one leg at a time, and I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican or you know, Green Party or whatever else. it doesn't matter to me. Let's talk about our views and let's talk about our differences. And I may not agree with you, and I may never agree with you, but at least we can have that discussion.
Right.
Joe, I've served under a lot of good chairs. This one is absolutely a great one. It's a real
saying a
fortunate.
lot,
It's
Joe.
a real fortune for me to have him here tonight and to recognize him for his lifetime, and not nearly over yet, but a lifetime,
thank God, yeah.
lifetime of public service and servant leadership.
Well, and you know, I can't say that I'm humbled enough. It's tremendous, and I was the guy who drug him screaming and kicking into the political realm, and the chamber into the political realm in 2003, and he's never let up. He's gotten better at it and better at it, and it's fun. It's been fun to watch.
Chip, thank you so much. And I guess the motto of this interview is, let's be kind.
Kindler, gentler, late Norman. There you go.
Chip Scholz.
Thank you.
Let's just be kind.
Thank you.